Hello. Hello, test, test, test. Test, test, test. Hello, hello. How are we doing? Ivan, thank you so much. Not the best jury, but I will take the compliment. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. I don't know how to fucking even act right now. I don't even know how to fucking like exist right now. I'm fezzed up. I am ready to rant and rave. If you guys don't know, there was a patch for Street Fighter 6 that dropped last night. I wasn't home, so I did like a impromptu, just like going over the patch notes and such. But something about the patch notes really didn't like sit well in my craw. One thing in the patch notes, I went, well, that seems really fucking bad, right? So we're gonna go over that. Juri buff. Juri is fucking dead, friend. Juri is fucking dead. Buff. Buff? They killed her. The character's dead. Don't play her. It's over. It's over. It's fucking over. I'm not playing. Yo, I don't want to play this character. Fuck no. This is the first time, chat. This is the first time in this game that I actually said like, you know what? It's not worth it. Like, don't do it. Like, this is the first time. Like, a lot of times I'll say things like, this character sucks, right? I'll be like, this character sucks. Oh my God, why would someone play this character? And then I'll be like, but nothing hits like her. You know what I mean? Like there's something about her play style that, like, no matter what, there's nothing in the game that hits like her. There's no itch. There's no scratch that from an itch that hits like playing her. Got no nerfs? Shut the fuck up. Chat, I'm gonna be 100%, right? I haven't been playing this game for almost a solid month, right? Almost a solid month. Life has been hard. I haven't had time to play. I've played here and there. But I've been away from the game for so long that, like, I can like come back to it and go, oh, I can find enjoyment in places where I usually wouldn't find enjoyment, right? My last stream, I was like, you know what? This game sucked, but it was fun for the few hours that I played it, right? And then I went along with my life and I didn't think much about it, right? It was fine. So being so far away from the game, I don't have my spirit, my soul, my heart isn't on the line. So when I hear things like from what you said, Rapid Punch, it doesn't bother me, right? That shit doesn't bother me. But it's so easy for me to not give a shit and for me just to go, so you're fucking stupid, right? Okay, so you're just dumb. Got it. Juri got one of the biggest nerfs she's ever gotten in any game that I have fucking played her in. like this is not hyperbole, right? This isn't hyperbole. This change is legitimately the biggest nerf I have ever played from a Juri ever. Maya's still top 5. Fuck out of here, B. What are we talking about? That bitch got nerfed from top 5 to top 5. Oh my God. How will my players ever deal? How will my players fight? Oh my God, it's not a fucking free win anymore. Oh my Jesus Christ. Chat, I'm going to warn you all. I am on one right now, right? I've been at work all day. If you guys don't know, I've been out of work for a while. So like I'm almost a full month, 3 weeks or so, actually working. So it's been good, right? Like my spirit is a lot better right now. But I've been at work all day stewing. Like just fucking like stewing about shit. Just thinking, right? Because here's the deal, chat. Whenever shit happens, I might feel a certain way, but the thing that comes to mind all the time is, yeah. But how are we going to make this fucking money, right? That's like what I always think about, right? I'm like, okay, fine. How can we make it work? And the thing about it, right, is that every patch, I always say shit like, damn, this sucks. We didn't get shit, but hey, it's all right. This patch, I actually went, oh, so she's fucked. Oh, so she's actually fucked. Like, it's not even like the old stuff where it's just like, oh, she just didn't get anything. She's going to move down because there's more in the cast that are going to move up. What I'm saying now is actively they made her worse. So let's go through it real quick. The reason why I am dooming about shit, let's fucking talk about shit. Nightmare, thank you for the follow. Trickster, thank you so much for the employee of the day. I'm going to go over, first of all, I'm going to put Trickster's name on the board. I'll be 100% chat. Today is not the day to troll. Today is not the day to troll. I'm going to keep it 1,000%. Today is 100% not the day to troll. Because your ass will get fucking beamed. Right? Your ass will get fucking beamed. So I went over the patch notes last night. I'll go over a few things real quick. But the one thing I want to talk about, most of all, okay, you could just fucking go from what the fuck is going on this site. The big thing here is crouching medium punch. The upper part of the attack hitbox now only hits opponents when they are considered airborne. Right? Important, chat. They wrote here, we extended the hitbox to make this more effective at anti-airing. But this had the unintended effect of beating out most other characters' crouching punches when used as a poke. Heaven forbid. There were some cases that even though Juri's hitbox seemed far from the opponent's attacking arm or leg, it would still be out there moving, especially against attacks that hit higher. We remedied this by making her hitbox only active against airborne opponents. What does this mean? Let's look at it, right? Ultimate hitbox. Don't knock over your drink, Kale. Let's look at what the hitbox used to be. I don't think it's updated yet, right? This is what the hitbox used to be. And people would say things like, oh, well, that's cheap. That's unfair. It's so good. Dog. Like, it's her best button, 110%, but it's all she's got, right? It's all she's fucking got to play at this range to defend herself, right? It's a good button. You have to respect it. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking tired. I am so fucking tired of the whole community expecting everything to be fair all the time, right? Especially the character that I play, because this character is fucking fair. This character is fair. And they're mad about this button when, like, there's so much. This character is not doing shit. Right? Like, I don't understand what they were thinking. They nerfed it, and now it looks like this. Now, I'm going to look at the hitbox now. But from what I see, the hitbox is only here. And that's important, right? Because of the fact that it would be one thing if it hit here. But from my understanding, it only hits up to here. This means any attack that hits up here, Juri will just straight up lose to. So that's why the crash out is happening. And I keep thinking about this. So there's a few things that I want to test. There's a few things I want to look at. I see it. Yep. This is the hitbox here. This is why it's dumb, chat. This is why it's dumb. This move is an unintended anti-air, right? Meaning it's an anti-air just because of the way the hitbox hits. This is the thing. In my opinion, Capcom did not intend for this move to be an anti-air. And what they should have done is to lean into that and go, hey, this move is anti-airing way too good. We're going to take that away, right? We want you to use DP, crouching heavy punch, blah, blah, blah. That's what they should have done. But instead, they said, oh, y'all want to anti-air with it? We'll make it better. But now it doesn't work on the ground. So any attack that hits here, chat, just don't work, right? Just don't work. And this is egregious because it's not that it hits. I'm going to show you, right? What am I doing? Let's pull this up here, right? I'm going to turn this off for a second. Which was it? Was this? Let me turn off the hitboxes, right? Right? This is important for things like the easy one is Sagat. Now, I have a feeling it will still work for certain moves. I'm not trying to act like it's dead completely, right? Because I know with certain things it will still work, blah, blah, blah. But the issue that I have is there's going to be times in which a person would throw out a move and that was the button to use, right? That was the button to use because that's what worked. You know what I mean? That's just what button worked based on what she has. Am I bugged? Oh yeah, I just don't see it. Okay. Cool, right? Cool. It still works in some cases, right? Awesome. Great. But that's the guy, right? So big moves that are slow, whose hurt boxes are still there, absolutely fine. The issue that I have is against some of the casts. I gotta buy Yasmin. Fuck. My issue, and I haven't done a test for this yet. I'm assuming for things like Dalsim. Like that, for an example. You tested? Fair enough, right? Cool, great. Great. Standing medium punch? Great. Awesome. Right? Now, what I wanted to test with this also is going to be lights. I didn't use that move for Geef either way, so that doesn't really affect me. Lights. No. Lights wouldn't work. Heavies and mediums. Jamie. I always forget that he's up there. This move was always annoying to deal with. 110%. What is the, what's the, okay, no, I'm not doing this. Block reversal, heavy punch here. I think it's after 2. This here. I haven't played for so long. I can't even get through the menus anymore. Holy shit. Where is it? Where is it? So I'm thinking 1 block. Let's try that. My frustration, my concern is going to be this here. Cool. That still works. Awesome. That makes sense because it's 5 frames. Okay, that still works. That's +2, right? Oh, I had a delay there. Cool. 2, 3. That doesn't hit in the same. This is +2, right? Am I bugging? +2. Distance. Okay, so this is +3. That's +1. That wouldn't work either way. +2. That. Okay. Let's do. Got it. Cool. Okay, yeah, hell yeah. It's 5 frames, so +1 would be a trade, right? +2, 16. I'm 1 frame ahead. Okay, yeah, cool. Mike, okay, so here. The distance on that wouldn't have hit either way, though, right? The distance on this wouldn't have hit either way before, if I'm correct. I don't think they changed the vertical. Sorry, the horizontal. Oh, they did. Did they change the horizontal? The horizontal's unchanged. So that would have worked either way. Okay. All right. So Jamie's hard punch was also annoying to deal with on the drive rush. So I don't trust that as an example for a drive rush. What would be a good drive rush button to check this with? Juri stand medium kick would typically beat out that. Medium punch. Drive rush lights wouldn't be good because the hurt box is extended to begin with. Luke? Something with a higher hitbox, yeah. Fine. Replay on. Let's repeat that. Distance-wise, it's hard to tell if it's placebo or not. You know what I mean? I'll slow that. Okay, so that's fine. I feel like there's a timing that I expect to do it. That's fine. There's a timing that I expect to do it. Lights won't really matter. I don't think there's any other button that I would be concerned about, though. For a drive rush, at least. Geef being the most egregious, but I didn't use crouching strong for Geef either way. Ed, I wouldn't use crouch strong either. Dalsim feels iffy, like a range thing. Sagat feels fine. Viper, Ingrid, Alex, JP. Let me see. I wouldn't use it against this 100%. I wouldn't use it against that. Maybe that, right? That's gonna recover fast, though. That's not really the issue. That's not the move I would use. I would definitely use this. Because that's the move I think we want to use more either way now. Huh. Does it just not come up? The driver's concern doesn't seem like it's all that bad. What about defensive options? What about defensively? Am I just not going to crash out? Wait, am I fine? Is my crash out? Big Jury. I never used it against Geef, though. I always used the forward. Because that just makes sense, right? Oh, slow. Fine. That move is really slow to begin with, though. This should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. So is there any time where it matters? +2. Trades, okay. Okay. Still trades. As long as I don't lose there, I'm fine with that. Trades. Huh. So what the fuck were we on? So what were niggas on? Did they just show me examples where it mattered? It's not that. The Jamie thing was annoying, but like, Jamie's hard punch is always annoying. That's how it is. And they increased the hitbox on... Huh. Were you happy with the Jimmy buffs? Absolutely. feel like this I would have lost to before. Right? Like, I feel like this is something I would have, like, lost clean to. Fuck Jamie, I'm not happy. There's always going to be a person in the fucking shadows. You know what I mean? There's always going to be a character in the shadows that looms, that's annoying. My frustration is it always feels lopsided in who they want to be good. And it's kind of like what we talked about, Aya. Excuse me. It's like people go out and they travel for this game. You know what I mean? And there's bread involved. That's fine. I just feel as though, like, I feel like there's certain times, and I don't know if this is a placebo, like there's certain times where I feel like this would have lost cleanly, and now there's sometimes I'm trading, you know? Got any clips? Yeah. So some of the clips I'll show you. I feel like my crash out is fine. I feel like no problem. Let me see. There's a tweet that I retweeted, and I said that she's dead. So I think that's going to be easy for me to find. Try boosting that? No. How about you suck my dick, Capcom? So, like, this is what they showed, right? Like, this just lost straight away. But, like, the thing about it is, this is not... This always happens. You know what I mean? That was a function of the move. You know what I mean? That always worked that way. Yes. Huh. I don't think there's a time in which I can think where it would matter then. No? I feel as though I would have to play a bit. And I'm not going to do that today. I don't have the time. Just the Geef one. Yeah, but the thing about the Geef one, and like this kind of goes back to what Cayman was saying, was I didn't use that button to deal with Geef specifically because it didn't work well. You know what I mean? Like, I've talked about this a lot. It's like, if you ever have a problem with a button, you should always look at the hit and hurt box. So, against Geef, this is the situation where people were getting fucked up on, right? This, right? They saw that, and they were like, oh, well, that sucks. But it's very interesting that they chose Geef, right? Because if you look at how the hurt box is, see how, like, it's there and then, like, it slowly goes back? By the time you react to it and you press the button, the hurt box is, like, back here. Right? But, like, the thing about it is you never want to look so much at the hit and hurt boxes. You also want to look at the recovery. Right? So, like, in this case here, I wouldn't try and use this button there, right? Because it doesn't matter how fast you are about it. You just have to be super close. You know what I mean? But instead, what I would do is do this. Because it moves you forward. This button is slow, so there are times where, like, you would just be too slow on it. You know what I mean? But this button is 8 frames, you know? And it moves her forward. You know? So that's, like, why I always stuck to that move there. So I don't think that's a function of the crouch strong. I think that's a function of people not knowing how to whiff punish with Juri in the case. Yeah, no, but like I don't. My assumption was, right? And this makes me like frustrated too, Cayman, is like I've been away from this game for like a good like month now. So I haven't had a chance to play and shit, and I haven't been home, right? Like I gotta cut this stream short in like an hour or so because I gotta go house sit for my mom. So I couldn't even do a test. So the frustration that I have here has gone from me thinking Capcom fucked the character over to me going like, do y'all niggas really not know how to lab? Do you niggas like really not understand the game? And I know the answer that you're going to give me is like, yes. But have I been gone so long? You know what I mean? That like... Because I'll give you a good example, chat. This is free go this is free ball. All right? I want you to take this to heart. There are times when you go up against a button that's fucking annoying to deal with, right? Case in point is going to be this button here, right? This button here is annoying because... See? You got to be really close to hit her. And the problem is, even though you can do this, oops, sometimes you don't get all the hits. See? So the problem is like you're going like this and you don't get the whole thing, or you have to give up some of your damage, right? So like there are times when like I'll try and like do that, that don't work, that don't work, that don't work, right? And you're like, what the fuck? This move is mad good. But when you look at the hitboxes and hurt boxes, which you can do online, you see why, right? Her hurt box is far back here, and it doesn't exist here. You know what I mean? So you'll go to attack it, even if you're closer, right? It just won't hit. See? So instead, you notice the hurt box is down here, right? Which I believe it should be a little bit higher. So this is one of those cases where it's like, oh, just sweep it, right? You can sweep it from mad far, right? You know what I mean? Or you could do a crouching. You know what I mean? That's not going to work. That's not going to hit either. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's not going to work. You know what I mean? So like that's like one of the things that like people never really take that into consideration. I heard Ed got nerfed hard, right? But like people had a hard time with his buttons and it was annoying. But I used to tell everyone, right, that like you're trying to use the wrong buttons to beat this. Right? And if you look at it, you'll see why. It's like you're here and you're trying to hit that button, but there's no hurt box there, right? And like there's a hurt box on his attack, but it's guarded. See? It's a hurt box here, but you'll trade there, right? I get that. The way that you deal with this is if you watch it in slow motion, I want you to look at the recovery, like here, right? There's so much recovery here. So instead of just trying to like stand still and press a button, you walk forward and then you hit the forward strong because you have time there. You know what I mean? You have time. See? So like even from like back here, you could walk in a bit. You know what I mean? So like that's like one thing that I've always like said to people is that you want to look at all aspects of the move and find where it's weak. So that's a case where, I am really glad I didn't go to my mom's house straight away and I came home specifically to do these tests. Yeah, that's one thing that I really don't like. I would like them to change that so it's more consistent, but it is what it is. Next thing I want to test, right, that got me frustrated is that, okay, chat, here it is. cat's out the bag. There's a lot of things that you can do now in the game. And on one hand, it's frustrating, but we get more options after this move here, right? But what that means is that you lose a safe jump, right? You get 6 extra frames on knockdown now, right? Because of that, this no longer is a safe jump. But from what I hear, you can do this, and that gives you the safe jump. So it's a bit more damage, and you still have access to the safe jump. There, right? And what I think it might be good about it, too, is that it looks like it's a little bit normalized. In the sense, like, there were times when you would hit it here, and you're too far away to really hit. You know what I mean? My concern is something like a punish counter. You still have time to go in, right? And you, okay, cool. Yeah, it still hits. You might not from that range be able to hard kick, so you might need to yeah, see, like there, right? It's not good. I wish that hit. What also might be good, chat, is last patch, if we did a drive rush punish counter against, like, say, like JP, we could do like this, right? Like that, right? But now, instead, we get that, right? Most definitely. And now you also get resets too, which is nice. Also, you can go straight to this, which is nice. That's not bad. That ain't bad. That sucks. I have a feeling you will be able to get more if it hits meaty. Right? You only get jab, which is at 4 frames. But I bet you if I hit on a later frame like that there, right? You can kind of see the screen shake, I'm assuming. No, okay. Okay. But, like, that's going to be hard to, like, see, you know? There, most definitely. Nope. There. Slash show. 42 in the corner. Okay. $57? $56. Kind of expensive though. Good damage though. There's your safe jump. Oh, it's a quarter damage. It's mad. You could do 4. Oh, you mean in the corner? Okay. Huh? Huh? No, I think what you're thinking is it's not this. It's not that. It's this. Right? It's this. Right? It's that. Right? Yes, they did. They changed that. It sucks that you gotta use the lights. It does bork it, but understand negative vibes. Before, if you hit this, you couldn't go into a level 3. You actually could not. You couldn't. Right? Now, at least you have the option to do that and to get some damage, right? That doesn't work. That sucks. So now you have options there. In fact, you could do a safe jump here, right? Cool. You could do... How does this affect? 40. Can you do standing light kick? No, right? Only 4 frames? Probably crouching light kick, though, no? Still 4 frames only. Standing heavy... That's something. Yeah, you go straight to it. Cash out? I don't know yet. But the reason why I picked JP is because of this. Right? That, right? That, right? Like, that's common, right? You're going to see this a lot. That sucks. You know what I mean? This is good. Actually, you probably could just do this, right? Yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to test. All right, chat. Let's test this. Let's test the dive kick. Streets is saying that some of her dive kick safe jumps are dead. Huh? That's fine. I see. Mid-screen. Still works. Jump medium kick. I forgot what the string is at this point. Jump medium kick. Oh, do you mean this one? No, that one's fine, right? That one's fine. Have I just not used it enough? I haven't been here for so long. Oh, this one? Is that what it is? It's been so long. That one? What is happening here? Oh, I know why. I know what's happening. 45 still works. This is the safe jump here. Yeah, it still works. So what you're saying is this one here is gone. Huh. It's probably in the corner too. That should still work. 41. It's still... No. 41. Okay. Medium kick. 41. I'm not sure why people were saying that. Huh. Also, this on punish counter with engine on. Yeah, that's good. The fact that I can link after that. I don't know if I don't think I always could there. 41. Okay. So you don't get the true anymore. Chat, are we not cooked? Can I fucking go to like sleep tonight thinking that we're not cooked? There's new feng shui engine routes. Yes. They buffed this move, so you get full damage, right? That's a huge change for feng shui engine. This change here actually is big, because for stuff like this here, like stuff like that, I forgot all the fucking things. I cannot do anything anymore, chat. Oh my god. Can't do anything. Holy shit. Why do I keep doing that? So for something like that, for an example, right? That's going to be overall more damage, right? Isn't the 42 safe jump route with back hard kick? What do you mean, Suzuki? Preserved? Yeah, I think we're fucking cool. I think we're good. I can't, unless there's some situation that comes up that typically wouldn't. Because the first one, am I going to make videos covering the changes? I would like to, but I have to house sit for my mom, which means I'm not going to be at my computer for like the next few days. So if I do, it won't be for like at least like 3 days or so. Situations like this is what I was concerned about, right? But it still works. And it's probably because there's still a hurt box there, right? Yeah, there's a hurt box that's massive there, so that's fine, right? And in this case too, I usually would like do like this too. You know what I mean? Typically. Why do they want to say ATR with it? I have no idea. I actually think they're going in the wrong direction with that. I think they should have, like, if you want to hear my point of view on it, I legit thought when I first read it, what they said was, what I thought they meant was that they were going to make this part here so that you can't anti-air. That's what I thought. I thought they were saying like, oh, dog, we don't want you to anti-air. But the question that I have then, it's like, why make this change? You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, why make this change? Like, this change is like, they buffed this part here as an anti-air. So that's cool. It was a bug fix? I don't think it was a bug fix. Unless they meant for it to be that. Which I don't think they did. They didn't say it was a bug fix. They said they remedied that. Which doesn't mean that it's a bug fix. That doesn't mean it's a bug fix. Like, I believe it was like, it was doing things that they didn't expect. That's different from it being a bug fix. A bug fix is like, oh, like the game's code ain't right. You know what I mean? I don't think they made a mistake. I don't trust what they say. But this move was good to begin with. What cases come up that, like... Because, like, the problem with this, right? The moves that she loses to when you use this button here is not because that move isn't good enough. The problem is that, like, timing and, like, the hitbox from the other opponent is too, like, fast, you know? Like that there. Right? When you want to hit this, it's too fast for you to react to, you know? Like this, I'll hit like somewhere like around here. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to react how I would, not like how I want to, right? I'll get hit just because it's fast. But like this here, I would always hit. Always, right? Yeah, always hit. You're supposed to DI tiger knee. Are we? Damn, that hitbox is huge, chat. There it is. That's funny. The whole screen was a hitbox. That's funny. Yeah, but like I'm not DIing that. I could just crouch strong. You know what I mean? It was the light that I was concerned about. You know what I mean? The light one is the problem. For me, at least. Yeah, but like, that's the thing, right? Is what's the point of the change then? If there's no interactions that I could come up with that it matters. Are they telling me that they just made this better because they want this to be a better anti-air? But because of that, there was interactions that was beating it. Like as a ground attack that they didn't want. I'm assuming that's what they mean by they remedied that. They wanted to buff this as an anti-air. But they didn't like how it performed on the ground. Is that what they're saying, chat? That's what I'm assuming is what they're saying. No, that's the thing, right? Am I bugging to say this, chat? Am I out of line to say this? Is this a buff? That was always fun though. That always was kind of tradey. Yeah, but I don't think that was her issue. I always did this. It's from here that's a problem. Yeah. I'll watch that later. Yeah, no. Is it overall a buff? Yeah, no. What they said was that they wanted to increase the anti-air ability of that move. But when they did it, they made it too good on the ground. So they took away the ground use of it. They remedied the fact that they made it too good on the ground. You just copy pasted it? What do you mean? Yeah, so my assumption is, chat, right? I'm going to pull it up. Dragon Lash, it always was good. What am I doing? What am I doing? Notifications. No, it was on my profile, I think. And someone tagged me in it. Yeah. Let's look at that, and let's look at that. And what I could do now is I could add a split view. All right, so peep, chat. Before and after. Now, obviously, this is a little bit bigger, so it's a bit hard to see. It looks like they extended it. Right? It's obviously higher, right? No, is it? It's not higher. About the same size. You know what? Here. Yeah, they just cut it in half. It's not higher, I don't think. It's only a nerf to whatever hyper-specific button. Hyper-specific. No, okay. So, chat, this is what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying to you is the issue that they had, right? I think I cracked the case, right? This is why they need a community lead, right? So that they can go over the patch notes and shit, right? What they're saying is that when they changed this here, right? Let's do this. What they're saying is that when they changed it to be this, right? I think they extended it out. And they thought that it was a little bit too good for attacks that hit up here. Right? That's my assumption. Right? Where is this here? I wish I had the foresight to I wish I had the foresight to have like the old version on here. You know what I mean? How's that? This is not the same frame. This is not the same frame, but we will do. Can I invert it? Yeah, let's do that. This. That's why it doesn't look exactly the same, right? Same box. I think it's a little bit bigger. It could be the transform, but I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. Looks about the same. But the issue is that, you know what's fun though? Funny, I said last night that they're probably gonna cut it here. You know what I mean? That's almost exactly what they did. They cut it more than I thought they would have done. You know what? Even better. My bad. I have a better option. It's this one here. It's this frame. I can't tell what frame that is. Looks like that frame. Oh, I'm bugging. This one. This one. How do I want to do this again? It's not perfect. Which one can I see best? Both of them. It's too hard to say. That has to be it, right? Something like that. That's good enough. No. Here. Oh, that's good enough. So, I don't think it I think if anything... if anything, it looks like it's higher. feel like this is one of the things, chat, that I wish AI didn't suck up all the water. I could just be like, yo, align these things, B. It's not going to line up because I think of the aspect ratio of it. Why can't I stand? It's because you're too far away. But yeah, I think. Do you think it would be better to punish a cross up? No, it wouldn't. Counter back head. The cross up would hit you over here, right? And I don't believe it hits backwards. Right? It doesn't hit backwards. So yeah, I think overall, not too bad. I think, if anything, it looks like it's not too bad. My concern is having to relearn a few setups. Right? That's a big concern. It's having to relearn a few things. The punish counter is nice because you actually do get a response now. And even though you got to use a bar, I think it's not a bad trade-off to use that bar. I'm also surprised I don't get anything back for that hit. Are we okay? I think we're more than okay then. What up, Spad? That doesn't work, does it? Useless combo, but it's there. It's cracking. No one's cracking me. That's the problem. Wait, that's actually kind of nice. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's 2 bars, but that's not bad. In fact, corner push, that's not bad. Have I tried Yasmin? I have not. I've been away from the house, so I have like another half an hour before I gotta dip. Can't do that. That works. And you don't. Do you get different frame data? You do. That changes the data on that. You link it instead of canceling it. 40. The other one is 38. Does that change the damage? 1638. 1638. Same damage. Fireball, I think, is too slow here. You do get Fireball. That's not bad. And that leads, actually, to a safe-ish jump. Which I don't think... Does it work if I... $45. That's not bad. It's not engagement bait. That was before I actually did the testing for myself. But you're kind of far away, though. In the corner, though, if you go into the corner, I mean, you could always do this for a true safe jump, right? 1539 as opposed to... You have to use socks, though, for that. I think you're too far away from there. As opposed to... this. I don't think it is. You're saying this, right? No, I think it's heavy store. It's that. Yep. I wish that worked. If I hit it late, that definitely works. So if you hit this late, you definitely can get strong. No. No. You can visually see it, though. That's not going to work. There. Definitely could get more off for that. That's not gonna work. Huh. So back hard kick now goes into this, which is nice. That's actually a good change. But also, this is good too. That's a really good change too. Huh. You know what it could have been, Vibes? Is that sometimes the problem is on the other end. Does that make sense? So, like, they might have been trying to use this in cases where, like, they were going up against some shit that was, like, much stronger. So this is going to be good for stuff like, let's say, Blanca, you knock down Blanca, right? And then, like, they want to do, like a back jump, right? Right? They want to do, like, the back jump into the Blanca ball, right? I guess they're still off the ground there, right? Like, in that case there, where you wouldn't get the counter hit, you still can get that, right? I'll be right back, Check. I gotta run to the bathroom. I'll be 2 seconds. And then I guess I'll answer some questions. I'm back. All right. What the fuck? Uke? WTF is you? What the fuck does Uke mean? Dr. Space Twunk? Fire name. Chat. Oh, I forgot about the lights. All right, chat. Here's the deal. There is 62 of you here on YouTube and 30 of you from Twitch. I need you all. I'm going to go full screen for this. A few things. If you're on YouTube, shoot me a follow. If you're on Twitch, shoot me a follow. Right? I love me some Juri. If she was nerfed, I wouldn't play her for the season. I still love the character, but I'm not going to have a bad time. I'll follow the stream, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But with everyone here, I want you all, we're going to make a pact, right? We're going to make a pact. I have never lied to any of you, right? Ever. You might not like what I say. You might disagree with it, but I've never told a lie, right? I will always speak from the truth and from the heart. To you, the jury players, because I love y'all, right? I love y'all. I would never lie to y'all. I give you everything I got. I give you all inches that I got, right? Right? I would never lie to y'all. But to everyone else, listen, I'm going to keep it so real. I'm going to keep it so for real now. The agenda has not changed at all, chat. we are fucking full on still on the train to projectile invol. We're not changing that. It doesn't matter what happens. Until we get it, we need that. Put it on the fucking counter. I need that. I likes it and I wants it. They gave Alex projectile invol on his DDT. Let me get that. Like, give me a DDT. So to everyone here, this is how we're fucking moving. This is how we're moving. I don't give a shit what anyone who doesn't play Juri's gotta say about the character. Case in point, chat. Twitter lost their mind. They lost their mind. They told us this character was fucked. They showed us all these clips. And now it makes so much more sense. They showed us Jamie and Zangief, right? They showed us situations where it would have traded either way, right? Respectfully to the Juri players who showed it, right? But not everyone understands a character. So I say this to tell you that whenever a person who doesn't play the character, who doesn't know the character, tells you about the character, we don't give a shit about that. We don't pay that any mind. They're speaking French. We don't understand French, chat. French ain't a real language. We don't fuck with fake languages. You feel me? By the way, is my microphone loud? Like, I just realized I'm in the red. Is my mic loud? We don't fuck with the French. We don't parlez-vous français? My point is, right? We don't give a shit about your French? Oh, shit. A unicorn in the chat, right? My point is that friend of the channel, an awesome fucking friend, Hanma Blood, right? Hits me up daily, right? And he's always fucking people on CFN. He's always mounting them from behind, entering them. And they get tight. So they type to him, right? Your character's so cheap, blah, 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 right? And Hanma's fair about you. All you do is drive rush, blah, blah, blah. He's like, then check it, right? So, like, people are going to bitch anytime that they lose them. They're going to fucking talk about some shit that they don't understand, right? We don't give a shit what they say. So we got our lights, 100%. We got our lights, excuse me. We want Fireball Invul. We haven't changed. Nothing changes, chat. Thank you. Thank you for what was owed to us. Thousands of years ago, promised to us. Those 3 lights. It was promised to us. But now... we want it. We want that Fireball Invul. So the pack that we're going to make here, chat. Damn, how's the weather in Tel Aviv? Fucking disgusting. Fucking filled with the stench of murder. I couldn't. This Israeli ass patch. We are going to keep the agenda going. Right? Cayman, I say this with all love. You know I have love for you. You know I respect you. You know that I adore you. You know what I mean? You know I look up to you. Chat, Cayman91. If you're over on Twitch, go check him out. One of my favorite players on any character. Knows his shit. Right? Knows his shit. You know I adore you. But when you tell me she's fine, man, just shut the fuck up. We're not listening anymore. We need you to be louder. We need a killer on our side, yo. We all know. We all know that we lost because we suck. I don't give a shit. I want it. Hama, thank you so much for the tier 1 gifted. Appreciate you so much. Make sure to show him some love. I need you to stop telling me that I suck. When the camera's off. No, nigga, I need you to... Habibi, say that shit on camera, son. Right? I got love for Jack. Jack be getting too fucking... with it, right? He be fucking too goofy with it. He be like, she's ass and then she's fine. Nah, dog, tell us exactly, over and over. What do I think she needs is not what y'all think. I don't give a shit. I want to hear what you think she needs, right? But also, the shit that I want, the shit that I need, you getting too. I don't think she needs to have 3 stocks at the start. I don't think she needs that shit. They've been saying that shit since Street Fighter 4. She doesn't need to have 3 stocks at the start. I ain't saying no if they give it to me. So what I'm saying to you, chat, is our faith was tested. And I wanna say this to you that, like, Juri's fine, right? Do not clip this shit. No one clip this shit. Juri's fine, right? In fact, good changes. I think overall she's not going to go up, but she's not worse. So character's fine. But this is the last time I'm gonna say it. This is the last time I'm gonna say it. We're thinking about the next patch already, chat. While our ops are fucking sleeping, we're plotting. We're fucking plotting. So don't be the person that you don't want your friends to think you're downplaying, right? So you fucking say shit like, no, she's fine, I just gotta get better. Fuck that. They buffed Ryu. What the fuck? They didn't fucking bulldoze they didn't bulldoze Ryu, they bulldoze Ed, I heard. I haven't seen it, but I heard they bulldoze Ed. But JP good? Mai good? Blanca good? Terry good? All these top tier are good. Those players are awfully quiet. Those players are awfully quiet. So I'm just saying, don't be the person that's afraid to speak up. You know what I mean? Don't be the person that's like, this shouldn't work that way. You know what I mean? Now, I have a little bit of hope because Capcom made a change to this move here, right? If it hits once, we still get the full amount of damage. The thing that I think is interesting about this is I think this is an indication that they know that, like, this not working on block is a problem, right? I think they know, like that bitch fine. That bitch is absolutely fine, right? Until I see that bitch not in top the fucking 8 all the fucking time, that bitch fine, right? I think the fact that they know that there are times where like this doesn't work, you know what I mean? I think because of that. Yep. So for an example, this is +5 and this doesn't work, right? This hits on frame 2. Because of shit like this, they said, okay, well, we can't have you just get like 300 damage. So they gave her full damage. So that's good for stuff like it's good for stuff like this, right? That still hits. It's good for stuff like that, right? You'll get a little bit more damage. That's too far. That might not be the best button to use. Yeah, that's too far. Like, you get a little bit more damage on that. You know what I mean? So, that's good. I think that's... Oh, her lights. This is really good. Thank God, chat. The question is then, can Jamie still do hard punch there? Fine. That's a fine change. Good. Good. That's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work there, right? That makes sense, right? The issue now that we run into is that even though we get 3 lights here, we can't really store here. That's like the next issue, but I'm okay with that, right? As long as I can get them to stop, you know what I mean? What's fine? I just went into a whole rant about it. Nothing changes. Yeah. See? That's good. Nothing changes, Vaughn. This is still fine. It doesn't change anything. It still works as it should. So, this tells me that this works too. I don't get anything on it. Yeah, so that's the thing I was gonna say. The issue with this whiffing was because people would mash on her lights, but also they would like fuzzy walk back and then press. Right? So like for an example, it would be something like that there, right? So what they would do is they would do like this. They would like do like that, right? Like that, right? That's what would happen, right? They would just mash on that. But like now, it's like they can't, you know? And on top of it, chat, remember, we still have this. So the fact that our lights got better also tells me that like our lights got better and we have access to this now too. I don't know for sure, but something about this move, I feel like they adjusted the height of it. I definitely do think that. But the fact that our like, but the fact that we have oh shit. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. That's so good. Get that. That's not gonna work, yeah. That's not gonna work. Fair enough. I'm too far away. That makes sense, right? That's 0, but I still get something off of that. It's really good because it forces them to sit still for 1, and 2, it means that they can't press buttons. And once they stop pressing buttons, that's when you can start to walk around. Because the thing about Juri that I found, at least at the rank that I played at like a 16 to 17, is that people would hit buttons a lot. And I would always say, like, how the fuck do you get them to stop? You know what I mean? And people would say things like frame trap, and I'm like, she doesn't really have much to frame trap. It's just 2 hits, and then they start to press buttons again. Him and Jamie got crazy stuff. I haven't tested it out. They both look good, though. Kimberly getting... And those are 2 characters that I like playing. So I might be putting some more time into them. But getting 3 shurikens is really good. And Jamie getting more combo options. And I think it was like pressure off his Rekkas. Damn, I'm tired. But just the fact that... Like, I haven't even thought about, like, this yet, right? Like, I wonder if that's going to change anything, right? So now I could do, like, stuff like that. Oh, my days. Oh. Low, low. I'm not close enough. We're gonna have to adjust our dive kick routes. This is really nice. Being able to do 2 lows and then still hit this because we're close enough is really good. So now when I go low, I can also get a few more hits. That doesn't work. I think you mean this. No. That's good. I'm so surprised that, like, on counter hit, I can't do anything there. So this is a juggle point thing. All right. This is a juggle point thing because not being able to hit there or here, it has to be a drive rush to earn one of the points back. So from here, I can only do specials. That's not gonna work. What about unenhanced go? That doesn't work? That's surprising. Huh. That's surprising. OD would definitely work. Huh. That leads to a meaty DR if I'm too close. This isn't bad. Has to be on a drive rush. Unless it hits meaty or something, I'm assuming. I think it's a juggle point thing. Yeah, it's got to be. You could do this too. Actually. Yes. She always could do that though. Oh, do not go into matchmaking. I do not want to go into matchmaker. Wonder if this route works. Yes, it does work, I think. So on this here, I can do that. 39. You didn't tell me to do the fireball, though. That's what I was confused about. Unless I read it wrong. No worries. That's pretty good. That's good. No, I haven't bought the pass yet because I'm not gonna be home all that much. What's up, Hanma? What happened? No way. Yeah? So counter hits on the third hit or nah? Oh, that's a crazy change, chat. That's a crazy change. That's good. That's something that we've been asking for a while. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, fine though. Still though, being able to do like, not bad. It gets them to stop pressing, you know? It gives you space. Because if they don't press here, you're free to walk in, you're free to walk out. Yeah. Good call on the sweep. Definitely a good call on the sweep. Sucks that it won't reach there. There, it does work. You have to walk a little bit. That's hard. Possible. Only issue is that if they press on the second hit, you really don't get much off of that, right? That's fine because Juri actually dead? Nah. This is the last time that I will say it. This is the last time that I will say it. I will take the rest of it to the grave. She's fine. But going for tomorrow, I will be back on my agenda. Yeah, I do hate that. That does suck. The lights are good. I'm trying to think of other cases that would frustrate me. I like the back hard kick change. Anytime that there is a change to the game, the mods have to like I'm sure at like some point either today or tomorrow if you update mod manager, it should be fine. Give it a day or so. So yeah, so times like hair is looking gorgeous. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. This is like after work hair. So at times like this here, still not working. It might take a day or so, right? So that works as a safe jump, but also I don't know why I would want to do it. This also works. Just don't cancel it. You gotta link it. That works as a safe jump. This is pretty standard, which is nice. Which is dope. Also, something like probably like this would work too. 57 or 56? 56, so jab. Right? So like this would work too, right? There it is, right? You want to spend a little bit more, you can also do something like that. That might be 57 though. 57, yeah. You can do something like that. Oh, you know what? Important. Warning! Warning! Big Pitudo punch incoming. You seen the max damage off that? I haven't. I'm gonna have to cut the stream short in like 10 minutes, so I'm trying to get as much as I can get in there now. So like off of this, we all know that works now, which is fine. But what do we get here? Is it 41? $41 is a safe-ish jump. What I mean by that is it still will work against a 6 frame. So Jamie's ODDP, I believe, is 6 frames. 6 frames, yeah. So like this would still work, chat. The jab. You drive rush forward. Why? But wouldn't you go under them though? Wait, are you talking about off of a drive rush? Punish counter, yeah. You do that, yeah. But on a regular, if you drive rush that, you go underneath them. No normal? Can't. That doesn't work either. It has to be this. Unless it's in the corner. Like that, right? That's fine, right? And that makes sense. But mid-screen, unless there is a weird timing for it. But yeah, so important, chat. I don't do this safe jump often. I'm still not sure if I like it. But like, you always have the option to do like this here. This is a safe jump, right? We've seen this one. This does a little bit more damage, but it doesn't lead to a safe jump. You're 41, I believe. Right? This here? You're 41. So it's a safe-ish jump, right? You're fine. But if you delay the fireball, boom. Then you get it. All right? If you delay your cancel, you get pushed out just a bit more. And I could barely do that consistently. You know what I mean? And then you get to 42. I wonder if I could do the same thing here. 42. Yup. Absolutely. Yup. Boom. 43. Oh, I can go way too much, though. Oh, that's actually not good. 42. I can actually go too much. 43. I see. That might not be useful. It's a vibes thing. It definitely is like a vibes thing. Huh. That doesn't change anything. I'm +7 there. And although I can now, like, I always have done that, though, right? Counter hit, I'm too far away. That doesn't work. That sucks. That fucking blows. That I'm too far away on that. I wonder, let me see something. I want this to hit on the last frame. What frame would I need to hit this on? 10. 12. Seven. 38. 32, I believe. Oh. What about 40? 39. No 17. Trying to think of a way to augment this. How can I augment this? Are we still house sitting? I'm gonna be house sitting tonight. So I'm gonna leave in a few minutes actually. For this to be meaty, I need to hit on frame. I think it's like 22 or 23. I would need a really heavy. Something like that. Still +3 though. Four. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Don't know. Damn. So even if it hits meaty, right? 4, 14 total, 38. What's a 38 knockdown? 40. $41 maybe? $42? No. What's a 38 knockdown? Too fast. Five. That's what I want. Okay. Think. That worked. That's what I wanted. Okay. Counter hit. Go. That's what I wanted. So, on a counter hit, right? On a counter hit, even though you're +5 there, you can't link into this, right? It doesn't work. You're too far away, right? So what I figured was, if I hit on the last frame, she doesn't move back as much. If she doesn't move back as much, she should be close enough to link into this. So in this case here, that hit, counter hit, and I think I'm close enough to actually do something there. All right, so doesn't work. I was trying to find a way to hit meaty that attack there. How am I feeling? I'm feeling okay, actually. I feel a lot better than I did today. I was in my brain all day. I saw all the clips and shit. I thought she was gone. Character's fine. I think she is right where she was. Her jabs, I think, is going to be really good for her. That's a huge change. Over here, so much. Thank you so much. I don't know how to say your name. Découvert? Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Now that I actually got paid, I'm actually going to get a haircut. And I'm hoping to get my ears pierced as well. But I still got to keep it somewhat masculine at work. Got to have some kind of semblance of masculinity at work, even though I'm out here fucking caked the fuck up to the gills of my pants. What's also good too is something like if they try to jump here. He got knocked down. You see how like they're crouching here? Oh, sorry, they're still on the ground. In this case here, that wouldn't have worked, right? I would do this and not get the grounded version. Now I do get the grounded version. So, you know what, chat? I'm going to show y'all something before I go. And this is what I've been preaching for a while, right? I'm gonna do a little bit of theory crafting, right? What I also will do is before I go, I'm going to give you guys the link to the Discord. If you guys want to keep up on the stream, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel on YouTube and on Twitch. Twitch, shoot me a follow. If you want to keep up, you guys can always hit me up on Discord. When things get back to normal, I'm probably going to start thinking about doing some coaching again. I had a lot of fun doing that. I'm a little bit nervous to do it on stream. You know what I mean? But we'll definitely talk about that. But what I want to leave with you guys before I go, I want to duplicate this tab, and I would like to look at the previous updates. Give me a second, chat. I'm trying to look for the battle change list. Where's the previous battle change lists? What's the best way to get in contact? On Discord. Easiest way to get in touch with me. Oh, here we go. Cool. Okay, that was that Nothing Burger patch. April. Where is the when did we get the change for the back hard kick on counter hit? Was that last year? Has it been that long? Has it been almost a year? Oh my god, it's been a full year? Oh my god, it's been a fucking full year. Yeah, okay, cool. So, this is what I have been preaching about for like since the beginning of this game. This was the patch from last June, right? And what I've always said is that they need to put out more adjustments. And the reason being is that you can always adjust it if need be. So what I'm saying to you, chat, is they made this change here for Korenzan that you can now combo into Ankensatsu, right? Now, if you look at this here, it says adjustments were made so that this attack can better snipe attacks going forward or your feet in neutral. This doesn't mean shit, right? And with the changes in frames on hit, you can now combo into Ankensatsu or Heavy Fuhajin, right? Now, when we tried it, it didn't work. And we found out what actually is going on is it only worked on counter hit, right? That with the changes on hit, we can now hit this on counter hit only, right? And we kept saying like this should work even on a regular hit. And a year later, more than a fucking year later, goddamn, they finally made that change. What I'm trying to illustrate is this is a good example of how you buff a character. You give them something, see where it lands, and then adjust it again. Right? I find that they probably wanted to see where she was with just counter hit. And it just didn't do anything. Now, it actually does something. You know what I mean? And it's more consistent because you don't have to confirm the counter hit, which is really good. It's good for like the mental. So I would like to see them do more stuff like this, incremental changes. I would like to see them not take a full year though. Rather just press standing medium punch there are times I'll show you as an example where that's like not the case. Like you are correct that like there are times where you set up a mix-up like here, right? And the reason why that's not good, well, it's fine, right? It's good for like drive damage, right? But if they press a light punch here, I'm actually gonna have them do a crouching light punch just to make sure it works, right? If he presses a light punch, there's no gap there, right? So there are times where you can like use this move here to create like a trap, which I'm surprised that I didn't get more frame advantage there, right? I should have gotten +5 there for some reason, right? You just delay, fine, right? But what I'm saying is, it's like, what if they're delaying their button, right? Right. So if you were to do this, right, you could actually just like do something like this, right? And that would be a counter hit, right? Fine. The issue is, if they try to jump, right? So something like that would catch them, right? But if they were like to delay it, right, they would be grounded. And in the past, this wouldn't work. Now it does work. Plus, this is confirmable, which is nice. And like, even if you were, let's say you did delay, right? And you did like this, right? From here, you can't go into Ankensatsu, right? You can't. But from here, you can. In fact, if you look at your meter here, right? Oops. That builds a full bar. You can't do that from here. You just can't, right? It's not going to work. So like for an example, the reason why I typically don't use hard punch, but it's not a bad thing, right? Oh my days. It's like, if they block this, it's not that it's hard to confirm, right? Because you do have a lot of time. You could do that. But like, it's a little bit easier to do like this. Right. But this does more drive damage though. But you have to like confirm this on hit or block. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a little bit harder. You know what I mean? So like, if they trade, fine, but like if they delay a bit, like let's say they delay a few frames, you want to get more than that, right? So like, this is like what I tend to try to help you guys with, is like, if you do that, I would look into doing stuff like this and confirming this, right? If you're trying to fish for this, just doing that is fine. Right? Because if they trade, right? If you trade, There is, right? I guess I hit that meaty? Yeah, okay. So, like, if you trade, no big deal, right? Cool. But, like, what if, like, they delayed their button a bit? Not, like, all that much, right? Or, like, they use a slow button, right? That's all that you're getting, right? Yeah, so the reason why you wanted to watch out for that, like this here, you have to walk back a bit, right? So, like, if you look, you hold back to block the next attack. Oops. And then in the timing in which they would press a button, that's when you do the forward heavy punch. So that if they do throw, right, you hold back to block that first attack, and then you do that, right? And if you look at the timing of it, you walk out of it. But if they were to press a button, you just block it, right? See? Oops. See? This is like a fuzzy attack. You know what I mean? I don't like the term fuzzy for this, but typically it's like what people tend to use. I tend to do stuff like I'll do stuff like this. Like that. You know what I mean? See? Especially that move. Did my game just freeze? You can also do something like that, I believe. Oh, you know what? I gotta test out this. That. I don't think you can walk out of throw range now. That used to be a nice little shimmy. Nope, you can't walk out of that anymore. That kind of sucked. Okay, though. It's a good trade-off. You're just too close. What if I do a stand jab? You know what? I don't think it worked. It probably was if they did a delay. That might be what it was. Maybe they were just delaying there. If you delay, I still think I have enough time to walk out. Yeah, okay, cool. Got it. Safe jump? Yep. So, I will start to wrap this up. Chat, thank you guys for being here. It's a lot of new faces here. It's a lot of old faces. Whenever that there's a patch, I really appreciate you guys coming through, and I hope to see you in the next stream. Again, it would mean a lot to me if we together would work toward my goal of 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year on YouTube. Again, that would mean the absolute world to me. If you guys didn't find value from the stream, I understand. I'm not begging you guys for subscribers just to have a number. But what I'm asking that if you did find some value, if you did enjoy the stream, I would appreciate the subscribe so that you guys can come back when I'm live next. I stream on Twitch and YouTube. I typically stream Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But again, life has been a little bit chaotic. I'm working on ways to bring back some normalcy to life. So stay tuned for that. You feel way more optimistic about Juri. What I want also, chat, I'm going to shout out Cayman for being my North Star. But, you know, I said this earlier, and I mean it. I'm always going to give it to you straight. I'm always going to give you my thoughts. I'm always going to give you my feelings. I'm always going to be honest with my thoughts and feelings. When I started stream, I was pissed off, right? I thought the character was dead. And that was my honest view of it. But once I did a test, a few things, I went, not working like everyone else is saying it's working. It works fine. And then as I tried more things, I went, I don't see what the big deal is. And the more we tested it, we realized, oh, not that bad, right? And what I'm saying to you is like, that's the kind of content I'm going to give to you guys. You know what I mean? Honest. I'm going to test it as much as I can. I'm going to give you guys all the knowledge that I do have. And if you guys will allow myself to self-glaze, I might not be in Capcom Cup. I might not be a legend player, but I think I know my shit. You know what I mean? I know my shit and how the game works. You know what I mean? I might have a hard time when it comes to playing the game, but those who can't do will teach. And that has been my lane since Street Fighter 6 dropped. Probably going to continue to be my lane. Because I just can't give my all like I used to. You know, in Street Fighter 4, I was out there. I was starting to travel. I was going to tournament. I was rubbing shoulders with people, blah, 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 right? I'm old. I can't do those things now. I can't do those things because I can't go full-time as a content creator, so subscribe to the channel. But I'm always going to look at things as much as I can, give you all the knowledge that I can get, and I'm always going to try to give it in a way that it's easy to understand, that you can take it and to do well by yourself. I'm very proud of that. I am very proud that there might be players going to EWC, but I think my content bumps. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say names or anything, blah, blah, blah. But I'm very proud at that. I think that my content helps people regardless of where I am as a player. So with that being said, hopefully, if we were dooming at the beginning of the stream together, we got through it. I was able to show you how it ain't all that bad, right? In fact, I think we're up, right? I'm very optimistic now. So I got to run, chat. I have an hour-long drive ahead of me. I'm tired as is. I need to get some food in me. Thank you, guys. As I said, hit up the Discord. I'm going to put the link in the channel again. I'm also going to make sure it goes through on both channels. I cannot give you a proper time when I will be on next. I will try to be on Thursday. That is when I think I'll be on next. All right? But again, I have to house sit. So we'll go from there. Thank you all. I love you all. Make sure to tell your loved ones that you love them. If you find anything if you find anything new, put it in the Discord under the Street Fighter 6 channel. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can always DM me. My DMs are always open. All right. Thanks a lot. I love you all. Tell your loved ones that you love them. I'll see you guys soon.